Whatnot. Gold or trash? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my very favorite part of the week, Rant Day. And today we are going to be talking about one of the most diverse apps in the Funko community and, a big part of the collecting world, Whatnot. Now, before I get into this video, make sure that you give this video a like, comment, make sure you're subscribed. It always helps me to know what kind of content you guys like so that I can make more of that content. Now, for those of you who may not know what Whatnot is, it is an app where you can buy and sell collectible items. They started with Funko Pops, and they grew to comics, sports cards, Pokemon, and at this point, I don't think there's much you can't sell on Whatnot. I believe I saw a section for baked goods, so there's that. There are two main parts to Whatnot. There is a marketplace where it's very similar to the Mercari or eBay Buy It Now, where a seller lists an item, you can either buy it for that amount or you can send in another offer. Simple as that. And then they have their live auctions where it is just like it sounds. You can buy collectibles from an auction that is live. A seller that is currently live streaming selling items. One thing I really do like about Whatnot's marketplace system that eBay and Mercari almost paid zero attention to is that a lot of the more expensive pops, a lot of the rarer pops are reviewed when you send in pictures to put up in the marketplace. And if pictures are too blurry, if they're not sure, if they think it could be fake, they will not accept those items into the marketplace. So you'll either have to take new pictures or stop trying to list the fake pop for sale. Now, my experience with Whatnot customer service hasn't always been great. They were not great in the beginning whatsoever. And still growing. From my experience, I don't go live as much as I used to. So I don't know all that much. I've heard that they've gotten better. I've heard that they haven't. I know that they added trust and safety, so that helps a lot with, bullying, bashing, all that stuff. But as far as the customer service, it's always been okay. It might have gotten a little bit better. Obviously, the app has grown a lot. I know their team has grown a lot, so I'm sure it's gotten better some. But now to the auction part where, what most people think about when they think about Whatnot auctions. I constantly hear, I want to do a Whatnot auction, or I just got accepted to do a Whatnot auction. Do you have any advice? Well, you asked and asked and asked, and now here it goes. If you want to host auctions to, sell off some of your extra pops, make a little extra money, it is a really convenient way to do that. If you are just starting out and you think that you're going to have an auction and have a turnout like Pop King Paul, Franchise Kicks, Savage Pops, that's not gonna happen. I started when Whatnot was, still very new, and I went live at a time where there was only one person going live at any one time slot. So you had an hour, 2 hours, whatever the case was, you were the only one going. They pushed your auction to the entire app. It is not like that anymore. I think Saturday I went on and it was 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern, and there was over 50 Funko Pop lives. Just Funko Pops in that category. Over 50 live. It's a lot of lives. So the days of people overbidding is just not really the world anymore. There are way, way, way too many auctions going for people to justify, paying that crazy amount on one pop in one auction when there are 30 other ones that they could probably get the pop cheaper in. So a lot of sellers are being added, daily. So it's going to keep growing. They're never going to stop adding live sellers. No matter what time you go, no matter what day you go, there are always going to be multiple streams. You could have as little as 5 going at that same time. You could be the only one going for the first 5 minutes of that hour, and then there's 30 other ones, 10 minutes later. So if this is a business you want to start, be prepared for it to take a lot of time, patience, and work. Maybe some blood, sweat, and tears. Now, there are ways to help auctions stand out, auctioneers stand out, be a little bit different, have a reason why people want to come to your auction. And there are many different things that you can do. And if you want me to make a video on that, that can be a separate video. Drop a comment, let me know. Let's talk about the goods and bads of Whatnot. Goods. You can sell a large amount of collectibles in a relatively short amount of time. Convenient, right? As a buyer, you can find great deals. You can also find, hard to get pops, rarer pops. People have an auction sometimes. With their customer service getting better and the fact that you can use PayPal or a credit card, it is one of the safest ways to buy. You can also have a lot of fun in these auctions. Even if you're not in there to buy, you can hang out, chat, have a good time. However, the bad part is that a lot of these auctions are toxic. I mean, toxic. It ranges from people being just not decent human beings to being downright rude, nasty, horrible comments. I mean, I've watched sellers just completely berate buyers when things don't go for what they want, whatever the case is. It is intense sometimes. Now, I've had my fair share of drama on that app with other buyers, sellers, etc. I mean, sport team, you name it. Now, it's not just sellers that I've seen that are toxic. I've seen buyers that are horrible. I've seen people bid up things with no intentions to pay, with a credit card that won't work. Payments end up failing. You waste everybody's time. And then I have people that will try to cancel things after the live auction is over. And one of the better things I do like about this live auction aspect is if somebody does send in a cancellation request, you can simply either accept it and not send the item, or you can reject that cancellation and send them the item and you will get paid for it. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be worried about getting a bad review if you reject somebody's cancellation. Now, this is not something to be worried about, because something that Whatnot does is if you as the buyer put in for a request to cancel something that you purchased, you no longer have the option to rate that product or that experience, I think, as they put it. So again, as a seller, if you cancel or if you don't cancel someone's cancel request, do not fear. They will not be able to rate any of that when they do receive the product. So my overall opinion of Whatnot is it's convenient. It is. You can hate it as much as you want. It really is a convenient way to sell bulk in a shorter amount of time. Now, there are people who get really good deals. There are people who don't get good deals. There are different times of day where you can do better. There are different times of the week where you can do better or worse. It just depends on the crowd and who's on Whatnot that day. There is no way to the algorithm to make you get what you want. If you were thinking of joining or just started, just please know it's gonna take a lot of work. A lot of work. There are hundreds of sellers on Whatnot currently, and there will be hundreds of more by, the end of the month, the end of the year, whatever the case is. So just, you gotta work at it. Everybody had to work at it. Now, I don't know if Whatnot is the best way to buy or sell things, but it's a pretty good way. Yes, they take a fee, and so does every other selling platform. Any website, Mercari, eBay, anywhere you sell things, Facebook, wherever, there's a fee getting taken. But it is in no way a magic bullet to selling pops. Lastly, I want to talk about the, somewhat new trend of mystery boxes on Whatnot and selling mystery boxes in live auctions. Now, full disclaimer and transparency, I have done 2 of these auctions myself, and I think that if they are built well, start at a fair price, and everybody knows all of the information they need to know going into buying or bidding, I think it could be great. It could be a lot of fun. Now, this part is more for the buyers than the sellers. For example, If a box has a high of 100, a low of 20, and an average of 35, you shouldn't be paying $60 to $75 a box. That's just simple math. Now, I know that this is a form of gambling, and that is what a lot of people choose to not think about. And if you have the money to blow and you want to take a few chances on getting, a few boxes, to hopefully get a great pop for cheaper, great. But just to understand what your odds are and make sure that you're thinking about it before just throwing your money away and then getting mad at the seller later. These have gotten super popular, and I feel like there are about 10 shows a day minimum doing mystery box auctions. Now, for the critics that I hear complaining, stop telling people how to spend their money. It is okay to remind people to be careful and, what their odds are, but stop calling people stupid. Stop telling people they're getting scammed. They're not getting scammed. It's gambling. Two very different things. And as long as the seller is being honest, if people want to take risks on them, let them. Mind your business. Well, I can really talk literally forever about this, but I don't want this to be a video that is so long that you can't get through it. So, like this video, drop a comment if you want me to make a Whatnot Part 2. I would love to get into more details of the Whatnot auction life. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Stay tuned for this Wednesday. It is our final Fire and Ice mystery box battle, and I will be having on my fiance, Pop King Paul. I'm excited. We are gonna be doing, I think it's Funko Chica mystery boxes. It's gonna be the last battle that we're gonna have before our fundraiser next Wednesday. Again, all of the information to donate and get into the charity raffle will be down in the description on my website. If you can't donate, sharing that link would mean the world to me. And that's pretty much it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.